are you guys doing today? I'm by myself right now, and people will probably start coming in. So, for the time being, I'm just gonna go live and start drawing. Make sure my camera's all good. Yeah, I was supposed to go live earlier, but man, I was so freaking tired. What am I working on? Today I'm doing some fan art. I have it straight up a little more. Thank you. Today I am drawing. Hey, what's going on, Night Dog? How you doing? Today I'm working on an OC, and yes, you are first. I'm doing good. Like I said, I wanted to record earlier, but I my sleep schedule's all screwed up. So I'm like, no, I need to start live streaming every day, and I need to be more consistent on the video stuff. I mean, you put out your videos. You do a lot of lives, and that's good. It's just I'm like always so busy, like with doing like family stuff right now, like just taking care of my dad and trying to do all this and painting and all that stuff. So it's a lot to balance out. But today I'm drawing a character design. It's an OC character, Penguin Boy from Lubento from martial arts. You can follow his channel on YouTube at martial arts. He's a fellow mangaka as well. He's about to drop his physical volumes here very soon. So I figured, he did a fan art of mine, so I was like, let me do one of his pieces. Yeah. No, I understand. How do I send this channel? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madara. Madara Sabi, thank you. Hello. Hello, Nelly. Hi. Give me a second. I'm like still new at this stream stuff. Like I'm like, how do I send a message? Everything will go all right. It's just right now like my dad having a stroke and me having pretty much watch him 24/7, and when I do have the chance, I'm like, all right, let me do a video and get some work done. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for being a long subscriber. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate everyone showing up and just being here. Um, I think this is the way I should start doing the videos. If I do videos, then I should probably um uh talk about certain things, I guess. Yes. Like releases and all that stuff, but I can do that here too. Oh, no worries. It's all right. It's a bump in the road. It sucks, with everything that happened, and the way I'm looking at it now is I'm just taking the time to finish the manga and get caught up on paintings and all that stuff because I'm trying to get those physical copies for volume 2 out to you guys like as soon as I can, because like that it bothers me that I have the digitals out, but I'm like, no, I want the physicals out too because it feels more legit. Well, thank you, Madara. Well, I just started. It's your boy Mike. I just started. I just did a quick sketch. Right now, I'm doing some fan art of another indie creator. So that's another thing. Like, I would like to start doing other indie creators, like some fan art, just to make some subject to talk about. Something to talk about, and just show my support to the indie space. And to the people that that's into this space, this whole thing. Thank you. A little bit of a glitch. So I'm like, it's my first time actually drawing Penguin Boy. I've got a big ass painting upstairs right now of a One Piece characters of Nico Robin and Nami. Yeah, it's a big painting. Uh, Once it's completed, or I might have to do some live videos on it, I will show you guys. A little bit. Yeah, it's the 4 foot by 4 foot one. Yes, it's a big painting. I've worked bigger. Um, Funny thing, I used to sell paintings on the street in Manhattan, Union Square, a long time ago. Thank you. And it's a funny thing, when I was doing that, I got picked up to do movies and TV shows, and I never. I went to the auditions, but I never followed up to do TV shows and all that. I was just like, no, I want to sell art. I never thought about doing acting and all that stuff. I just, you know, nothing but the dog in him. Yeah. And like, I'm hoping I do this right because I don't want to mess up his character. Like, it's like an artist to an artist. You're working on other people's stuff and you want to do it right. It's like an honorable thing, kind of. Because he actually drew. Go ahead, sing the Atomic Dog song. Go for it. But yeah, no, he did some fan art of mine, uh, which surprised me. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Of Undergod. I said, oh shit, okay, all right. Let me match you up. Let me do some fan art for you, Darwin. Some Chainsaw Man fan art. I guess I could, but on some real stuff, I'd rather do other indie creators. Like, yeah, I'm drawing his character in my style. And I said, all right, bet. I just hope I do him some justice. So I'm doing it real rough at first, and I'll come back and then clean it up. Well, thank you. Yeah, like if you got a character, you're just like, yeah, I'll totally draw your character. I have no problem with that. I mean, you still can if you want, but I'm always glad to have you here too, man. I should watch you here in a bit when I'm done. Got this. I can do that. Yeah, should probably have some music playing, huh? Yeah. Those Berserk panels are pretty intense. Oh yeah. He's got several shading techniques, but not only would I look at like Kentaro stuff, I would look at old Renaissance like ink drawings too, especially because I think in some way Kentaro got the idea from that stuff too. I can't remember this one guy. He would do like ink etches and drawings from like a long time ago, and he was really good. It was like epic looking, but with that old world feel. See, the thing is to I screwed up on. I'm like using. See, I like to alternate between two different nibs, like a finer one to a thicker to the G pen. Ah, fucking got ink drip. Sorry, excuse the language. Yes, same here. Yeah, follow Night Dog. He's an excellent artist as well. Does the traditional. So you guys give him a follow. And this character here is named Alba from Penguin Boy. I'm reading it right now. Well, I've caught up, but there's like he's working on chapter 12 at the moment. And Night Dog, when you get your manga out, I'd like to read that too. Chapter 12 in Berserk. Man, I think six packs kind of screwed up. Let me work on that. 2 seconds, people. Hold on. Uh, Never mind. I'm sure they'll figure it out. Now, whoever you were talking. Oh, I see. Now, whoever you were talking about. Oh, Penguin Boy. Yes. Um, if that's what we're talking about. Yes, Penguin Boy. He's got chapters 1 through 11, and he's currently working on chapter 12. And you can check that out at lubento.net. Matter of fact, let me write that down. So, yeah, you guys check this out. I'm just going to write everything down on this postcard. .net or .com? Yes, check that out. And then you guys check out this too. .com. Yes. But yeah, check this out, lubento.net or .com, and you can read his chapters for free. And there's other stories on there as well. So he's doing a lot. He's dropping a lot as well. So yeah, guys, check that out. All right, let me finish this up. Then I can erase. Oh, oh, thank you. But oh, you said the first site doesn't work. Okay, but the .com, that's the one that works. Yeah, he's Marshall. He's been getting his books done. You know, like and that's the thing. Like I was telling him, like get the work done. Stop doing the no drama. Just finish the work because the work will speak for itself. And yeah, need be, I'll white out some stuff. I feel like you could have more to it than this. Should I put a background in there? My problem is video games. Like I can draw for hours, but it's tough to do when I can just do a 180 spin on my chair and play something for an hour. You know, it's fine to do that. You can play for an hour or two. There's nothing wrong with that. Like the other day, I busted out Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo for my dad to play it so he can get his motor skills back. Normally, um, I no, I understand. You're disciplined, like, or that you can treat yourself after you're done. I'm on live right now. You can treat yourself after you're done doing your work. You're fine. Yes, discipline. Discipline over motivation. Because you get motivated and you're like, yeah, you know, this is fun, it's cool. But then once motivation's burned out, then now you need another motivation. I understand. So treat it like a treat, you know, like as a reward. You know, it's one of those things like the more you put in, the better. You know, it's like build up your catalog, kind of try to build up as much work as you can, and then because like a lot of people are like, well, are you selling the way you need to sell? Well, I will. I'll get there. Just let me build my catalog. It's like if I put out a new game system, I'd rather have 5 or 6 games done and ready to go instead of relying on that one and hoping that it does well. Like Under God is a ride or die thing. Like I've got another story I'm working on, but you guys won't know about it or see it till next year, and only one person knows about it. And yeah, um, and you guys will be surprised what's going to happen. I think it's going to create a lot of controversy in some way. But enough about that. I'm not going to get too deep into that. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've got multiple creations. A horror manga is one, like a compilation of horror stories, because I like writing the short stories of you know. And the other one I'm not going to talk about because that where it's going to go. Well, you could you create a system. You can take if you have like multiple stories. I'm going to take 5 pages. I'll take 2 pages from this book and 2 pages from that book and knock them out today. But you have to, have it all pre-planned out first before you do any of that. And then you can do that. But unless you're saying, okay, well, I want to do work on uh, 5 pages on this book and then five on that, you can do that too. It's just what you do with your time. So you got 24 hours in a day, and how much of that is noise and how much of that is like focus attention. So in 24 hours, what are you doing? So the time that you're awake and the time you're asleep, how much are you creating? Like how much are you doing or putting back in? So I kind of look at that too. I try to take the hours a day and try to break down into what I can get done. Like what's the most important? Like pages, yeah, need to get 5 pages done a day, like inked out and all that stuff. That needs to be done. That's like numero uno, like number one rule, because that's like important to me. And then second is like paintings and all that stuff, you know. That's important because like I want you guys to have physical copies. Yeah, just create you a system. You can do 3 pages, yeah, and you just gradually work up. Uh, 3 pages, like if you're like, oh man, 5 pages is too fucking much. Excuse my language, but it's like, but 3 pages, I can do that. Then do that, and until you feel you can get faster and better, then you can increase the page count. You can say, all right, I'm going to take 5 pages, and with these 5 pages, I'm going to uh, just work only on the characters, take a break, and come back and then do the backgrounds. You can divvy up all that stuff. I don't know, Stan's kind of looks kind of like mediocre, doesn't it? I just want to give him more flair and pizzazz. Maybe put a ground on below or something. Yeah, I'd say mediocre. It just needs something going on around him as well. I'll do some foliage and some plant life down here. Let's fix that foot. Yeah, it's like running. So yeah, that's what it boils down to: creating a system, staying focused, discipline yourself, and only you can do that. You will not get that from anyone else. It's like a like internal timer that you create for yourself. I can't do 3 pages with the paper size I work with. The most I've done is 2 whole pages in one day, and that was about. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. Do a system, yes. So if you're working big or small, I said draw 30 pages in 1 month. You should be able to do 30 pages in a week. If you're doing 5 pages a day, you should be able to knock that out in a week. But that also comes down to the planning and everything. Like when your storyboard or your names is all complete, and then from there you're like, okay, my storyboards are out already, so from there I'll just work from my storyboards and just start drawing and inking them. He does a system where he first does the 3 sketches. Yes, you can do that. Inks, yeah. So now if I took that, what I'll do, um, I'll pencil. I can like okay, if I finish like my 5 pages, okay, let me start over. So what I'll do is pencil it all out. Take my 5 pages, pencil it all out, take a break, come back and ink the characters. On all 5 pages. Come back, take a break, come back and start inking the backgrounds. And if I want to take another break, I can. But you're just like you're pushing it. You're Then there's the ink washes and the screen tones, all that stuff. Or unless you want to like compile it all, like do all your pencils and inking during the weekday, and then do all your inking on the weekend, or ink washes on the weekend and screen tones. So yeah, it's just however you feel would help you out. There's no like right or wrong to your own system on how you work, because life happens too. I was thinking about maybe going to a smaller paper size for chapter two, but I really like the 18 by 24-inch paper size because I can fit in. I might not. Um, yeah. Uh, like right now I'm working smaller. The paper I'm trying to get right now is getting hard to come across, and I've been waiting like a couple months. So I said, let me use this cardstock. It's a smaller paper, but yes, B4 is your best friend. Yes. But if I can accomplish the same thing on a smaller size and people won't know, then I'll do it too. Because my whole thing is getting this out. Yeah, I have some here. I'm just waiting on my orders to go through. And like I said, I've been waiting for a couple months for this paper, and I don't have time to wait. Time is short and you can't get it back. Life is short, you can't get time back. So it's what you do with your time. Something to really think about. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to let him dry for a bit, come back several minutes, and then start erasing some stuff, erase the pencil marks and stuff. But yeah, this is Alba from Penguin Boy. You guys go check him out. He's check out lubento.net.com and you'll see. Like they've been busy over there as well. My system I used for chapter one was storyboarding. Storyboard digitally, then sketch out all of the pages on the good paper, then outline all the pages, and now the last thing to do in screen tones. Yeah, the thing is too, you get faster at it, because like when I went in volume one at first, I didn't really have a system. I just kind of winged it, and then as I got towards the end of volume one, I was like, man, I need to work faster. How can I produce this without having like setbacks and stuff? So through time, your system will change. You'll start figuring new ways. It's like trial and error. You'll start learning from all the time and the experience you put into your own work, and then you kind of end up building your own system from within. And I'm only 28 minutes in, and I'm pretty much done with the drawing, and I need to probably grab something else to work on in the meantime. So I plan on streaming for an hour here, and then I'll be back on tonight because I should have some free time to do that. I feel when it gets darker out, it's kind of better to stream. But other than that, I'm just glad you guys are here, checking it out, seeing the work, and seeing what's getting done. You know, I've always mentioned it doesn't take 3 years to finish a book, or years. I don't know what the hell you're doing with your time, but to me, I look at this as a career, and I'm bringing entertainment and bringing something new to the table. So I believe in this highly, and that's why I work the way I do. Because I don't want it in someone else's hands and say, hey, we own your IP, we can do what the hell we want with it. And I'm like, nah. I'd rather open my own. I have my own publishing company, all that stuff, LLC, all that, because I want ownership of my own stuff and have the freedom to work the way I work. Um, that's how I feel about it. That's what kind. That's kind of what I did. I had those first 2 pages shading like months ago, and I'm only just shading the rest of them now because all the other ones weren't outlined. Well, thank you. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You'll start making your own system, and you start building from within. You keep your discipline, and remember, motivation is just a flash in the pan. You're like, oh man, I was feeling good about doing it now. I don't fucking want to do it. So, so yes, gonna work on this fist a little more. Looks like an AI hand. I have to let them drive it. But if you guys are interested, Volume 2 of Under God is out. Digital's working on it. Believe me, um, doing the commissions right now will help with all that. So I'm really pushing it and burning the midnight oil. So that's why I'm kind of losing sleep a little bit. But I really want you guys to have that. And, you know, so if you put out 4 books a year, great. That's the kind of consistency I want. How you doing, Olin? We're drawing Penguin Boy from lubento.net.com. Lubento LLC, let's just say that. Martial arts. Check out their group, man. They're they're killing it. They've got some stuff under their sleeves. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm gonna let you dry for a bit. And let's see what I can work on. I can work on this panel, clean it up, do some ink washes and stuff. This is working on volume 3. Lou Bento. Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah, I don't want to work for a publisher, and yeah, I'd rather work. I'd rather own the thing I worked on for half a year than not to own it and be told what to do with it. Exactly. I agree. I don't want to sit there and like, oh man, I put on so much work in this, and then, oh yeah, by the way, you need to change your character. It's not diverse enough, or it's not this enough, or that. I'm half black and Filipino, so I don't give a damn what people say. So I don't care about race and all that dumb shit. I just care about you putting out the work and showing that, hey, we're still out here. We're doing it. This is volume 3. Some panels. Yeah, I agree. Some goons. How you doing, Code? This is the radio tower. Thank you. These are some real goons right here. Some cannibals. So I'm sitting here inking out like little details now, just making sure it's all caught up. I want these guys to look like goons, like real. I guess we can't use goons no more. The term thugs, I guess, or because goon and word got tainted. So, uh, cannibals. I'm glad for the editors who helped shape some of my favorite manga, though. Yeah, it's good to have, there's good criticism and there's like constructive or criticisms as like, what am I doing? What can I use this for? Is this any help? And there's bad criticism. And with bad criticism, you're just not like, I understand where this is going. But good criticism, or just, it's not like, this is what I want to hear. No, I want to hear what I did wrong, what's good, what's wrong. But if someone's like nitpicking at you and just saying, oh, you should have had this person do that instead because I didn't like it personally. Get this all cleaned up. How you doing? Talk? TOC? Talk? Yeah, it's like, so I figured 4 books a year would be idea. And, keep everything consistent. Even art books, Underdog? What's underdog? Or do you mean under God? Yeah, because it's 18 and up. There's nudity, violence, and all that stuff. Under God. You're fine. um, yeah, it's definitely like even in volume 2, it gets pretty dark too. But it's part of the world that the characters live in. I don't plan on holding back, so you guys expect that. There's gonna be things in there. I mean, I don't enjoy drawing that shit. It's not like, oh yeah, there's this bad shit going on, and I'm getting turned on by drawing. No, it's part of the story. It's the thing that happens in the world. It's the ugly part of the world, and I don't want to just talk about it. I want to show it. Even war scenes and all that stuff. I want to show it, not talk about it. So, that's the thing. I'm willing to push myself. Yeah, that's fine. So that's where I'm at with that. Just want to tell the story, get it out there. I'm letting him, Boy, I'm letting Alba dry completely before I go back to that drawing. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine, Talk. Believe me, I've heard the worst of it all, and I'd say okay, cool. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually enjoy the feedback, good or bad. It's just, I'm interacting with people. Most of the time, I'm like keep to myself, and I'm always working on books, working on the craft. Because if I'm not working on this, I feel like I'm letting you guys down, and I'm letting myself down as well. Hmm. Talk. This. Then has little nitpicky details here, just trying to bring out those shadows and stuff, and bring some depth into the drawing. So it's like when you're drawing or doing anything like this, with the lines, you want to how the barrel of this gun. Yo, mods ban these guys. And you want to shape your lines around your objects. Like give it some depth and some weight. Always keep that in mind. So it feels like it's, physically like rendered. Like, thank you, Talk. Can I call you Talk? Heard of that. I wanted to work for Nintendo. I wanted to work for Nintendo, Olin. And fortunately, when I was younger, I had family members like, "Oh, that's the devil's work," and I never went to Nintendo. And from I asked for it, so now I got this business. Um, it's one thing I do want to do is because I have a video game actually called Dead Mansfield. The sprite work and animations are all done. I've done it all. I was programming it myself, but I'm not the best programmer. I need to sharpen up in Python. But the all the assets are there, all that stuff. So if money comes through and things are going well, I will drop that damn game because I didn't put 3 years into that game for nothing. Card game, video games, all that stuff. So, and I have someone to do my music for it too. So that's like that's something that definitely has to be put out because I don't want that to go in vain. Call me whatever is easiest. Talk is short for the original contract. I kind of like that. The original contract. Others call me Contract Productions, but feel free to use Talk. Hmm. Okay. I think I'll use Talk. Yeah, I was making a game. I have the card game and the video game. It's something different. It was like Earthbound inspired because Earthbound's like one of my favorite games. And but at this point, I think when income starts coming in the way I need it to, then I will hire a team to program it, give them the assets, and they can do whatever they need to do to make it be the game it needs to be. Because doing this manga stuff is taking a lot of my time and painting too. So as much as I love video games, I need someone else to do it to program it for me. Oh yeah, it was cool. It was fun at the time, but I don't know if I can. I mean, I have a one more game idea, but other than that, like doing this manga stuff is gonna be time. Oh yeah, Earthbound's fucking awesome. Like, um, yes, it does. Manga does take so long. I agree with you, Night Dog. Yes, it freaking does. Like a long time. And on top of that, just because you're doing the art, you got a storyboard. Storyboard, you got to make sure everything's sequential. Like everything just adds up right, And so you can sit there for hours on the storyboard before you start actually laying. Um, but yeah, Earthbound is peak, and I always love that whole urban with the whole urban paranormal and aliens and all that stuff. Like growing up, and I love that. So I'm with you on that. Yes, yes, storyboarding does take a long time. Yeah, and writing the story, all that stuff. Um, it's like all these guys here, all this is like a set. These guys are like actors and on my set, and I need them to do certain things. I always look at characters I draw as like actors and actresses doing what I need them to do. Yeah, occult Americana. Yes. And I don't know, might end up doing a manga on Dead Mansfield instead as well to go with the game. It'd be great. Let's see, what do I got here? I think Alba should be dry now. I should be able to finish inking. another scene. I already did that already. Like this needs its ink washes and screen tones. Don't like how his shoulder looks right here. So what you do, you take some of this, shake it up, give it a little brush. There you go. And we can come back and fix it. Done. That's my back button. Okay. You're dry. You should be dry. So anytime you're erasing, go in one motion. Don't. I mean, you can go back and forth if you want, but I always say go in one motion, like you're sweeping a floor. Just hope it's like dry enough so it's not doesn't smear the ink. I'd be pretty disappointed. Erase downward. Thing is too, I can work digital. A lot of people don't. I guess they don't think that I can, but I can. I worked digital for a long time, and it's just one of those things where I love the traditional feel. Yeah. Get all the pencil marks out. It's like taking the statue out of stone, like taking a piece of rock and shaping it into a statue, and you clean it up. I appreciate being on the journey. I'm a disabled farmer and not much in the way of prospects. I'm sorry to hear that. May I ask um, what happened? Get a good feather. It's good for sweeping all that stuff. But yeah, no. How? How? And not much in the way of prospects. Hmm. So how long have you been farming for, Olin? And yes, it's one of the best feelings when you erase the pencil sketch and all the inking looks great. Yeah, no, I agree. It's like that, like opening a Christmas present. I totally agree with you, Night Dog. All right, Olin. This is a satisfaction with erasing all the pencils and then seeing the ink at the bottom, at the end. Man, I feel like I could have done more with this. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get some work done. I'll be leaving the stream, but I won't be able to hear you. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I'll be on here for like probably like 10, 15 more minutes. Then tonight I'm gonna come back on and try this again because I'm looking at the different times to stream and when's a good time to really stream, you know. But yeah, no, and I might end up popping in your stream and saying what's up. So it's all good. it all works out. I appreciate coming through though. You're always welcome. All you guys are. And you have questions about art or whatever, I'll be glad to answer. I may have an answer. 2022, I was oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Owen. Fuck. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Owen. That's just unfortunate. So right now I'm working with my dad on his motor skills to get him back into gear. Um, and I like doing my own gardens and stuff too. Like when I had a garden, I realized how much a nuisance groundhogs are. Yeah. 7 o'clock. I may go for 7 o'clock then, because I got to work on this painting as well. Get that done while the sun is still up. Um, yeah, and that's yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Um, yeah. How are you doing, Art Toto? How do you handle work and drawing manga? Well, right now I'm. I guess you can say I'm self-employed at the moment, doing. Oh shit. I'm doing the paintings and stuff and selling books. So that's my work. In a way, I guess I got rubbed the wrong way at my job. So, like, I'm looking at just going full time, self employed, just put out as much work as I can. Um, yeah, we appreciate you, Owen. Thank you, man. Um, so, yeah, that's what I do, draw. But the thing is, I enjoy drawing. I find therapy in it, it's my escape. But also, I know the things I create will go into the world and it would become the world's even when I'm long gone. So it's like I just want to put out as much work as I can and yeah, just be the best that I can be. It's just it's not a knock towards anyone or nothing like that. It's just a personal goal kind of deal. Oh, so you do watch my videos. Thank you. I figured going live to start interacting with people because I was talking to Marshall from Lubento, and he said, "Man, you need to start streaming every day. You got a second book out, and you need to start putting it out there more." I said, you're right, man. You're freaking right. You're right." And so that's why I'm streaming as well. So in honor of that, I'm like drawing Marshall's character, Alba from Penguin Boy, and I was like, "Yeah, thank you for the heads up, and you're right. That's what I need to do." And I appreciate you, Artototo. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Leave a legacy, and also stories that will help inspire and bring in, and show people like, hey, we don't have to always use AI or all that stuff. We even before all that stuff came out, like people always use their imaginations and wrote amazing stories and created beautiful art. And now I hate to say it, it just feels like we're being reduced to where we're not thinking for ourselves anymore, and things think for us, and it becomes kind of scary at some point because now it's like, well, will people quit thinking for themselves and will need a handicap to help think for them? And I don't know. I just feel that way. I mean, you can. The thing is, like, something I'll study is human psychology on the side, along with mechanical engineering stuff, if I need it. But human psychology, you start learning some things, and some days I have to step away from it. The CSI stuff, like murder cases, things like that. I study the human mind and how, and also like people that's gone through different experiences on this planet, and I'll try to turn into a story or just use the influences that I've gathered and try to conjure up something from that or manifest it, I guess. But yeah, soulless. You start seeing that, but then you want to always try to keep. Well, me personally, I want to also keep humanity alive. There is darkness there, but also it's one of those things where you know there's still good people out there, and it's unfortunately there are bad people out there that have problems, issues, and all that stuff, and it comes with the price. It comes with living here. just um, just try to be the best that you can and show that we still have morals and all those good things before we end up losing it all. It's like the pyramids of Giza. I'm like fascinated with the ancient structures because it's like what happened or what like what something that great and grand, how does it reduce to being forgotten or being, like I mean, it's there for people to see, but it's like one of those things is like um I don't know, just see something so megalithic and just gone, like it's like someone messed up a room and just walked away from it for years. Yeah, it is soulless. I agree. That's why, in some way, why I work traditional is to show that, hey, as people, as humans, what we're still capable of doing these things. We can write our own stuff. Uh, we're still capable. We're not obsolete. Oh yeah, Zoroastrian. It's they do the sky burials, right? I watched some of that, and yeah, why? They still have like towers of, if I'm right, the sky burials, and they have the towers of silence. So I probably looked into that, the towers of silence, where they all put the corpses around a big hole up in a tower, and the vultures would just come down and eat the dead bodies, and they would take the bones and push them in the center of the tower into a pit. If that's the Zoroastrian religion you're speaking of, because that's the only thing I know about. Now, have you heard of Crater Lake? I find that very fascinating. Crater Lake is very interesting. I think it's like a volcano with a lake in it, and then it's got an island in the center. It sounds very mystical, like something in a fairy tale. And they also have um, this big tree. It like floats around this island for like eons, for a long time. They call it the Old Man or something like that. That's very interesting. So Crater Lake, check that out. Well, speaking of forgotten to time, it bears semblance to Christian beliefs despite existing for it, and nobody knows that. Yeah, it's like an old, very old religion. Hmm. I'll look more into that then. I can study it. I wish I had some victory fanfare music from Final Fantasy or something so I can play it and say, "Hey, look, check it out." I guess I'm, I guess I'm cool with this. What do you guys think? All right. You guys, you guys get a chance, check out lubento.com, martial arts on YouTube. They have they have a lot going on, and they've been busy. I give them that. I give them that. I always I always know they'll deliver. So that's awesome. But yeah, in the meantime, you guys, I am so glad you guys stopped in and said hello. Like I said, I'll be back on here at 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna go by Night Dog's request on that, or his information. So 7 o'clock, I'll go ahead and give that a shot, give that a go, and I'll be back to do some drawing. So in the meantime, I've got to work on this painting upstairs. Like that's due on the 1st of August, and I mean if I can get it done by then, even better. So, but if you guys get a chance, check out Under God, Volume 1 and 2. Volume 2 is available as well, and Volume 1's available. So Under God, Volume 1 and 2, Volume 3 will be out soon, and we're gonna keep doing this and dishing out the work. Be relentless, and yeah, we got to deliver in this indie space. So you guys check out Under God, Volume 1 and Volume 2 at AngelsOfTheRenaissance.com. And you guys go check out my man, Marshall at Lubento.com. Give him a shout out. Go follow him. He's got Volume 1 of Penguin Boy coming out. And you guys, you guys gotta let's jump in this indie space. Let's make this thing grow here in the West. We're like the front line of all of it here. So it's up to you guys to get the work. Well, we got to put the work out there, but if you guys really want this stuff to grow, talk about it. You know, because I don't plan on stopping. I hope you guys know that. So in the meantime, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will be back here at 7, maybe 7:30, but I'm gonna try pushing for 7. So in the meantime, I appreciate you guys and thank you. Oh, before I go, let me read this. Yeah, look into the Crater Lake. Interesting. Huh. Okay. So the people from the graves from the Bible were Zoroastrian. All right, you got me thinking. All right, peoples. All right, Olin. All right, Night Dog. All right, everyone that showed up here. Art Toto. Uh, who else? Who else we got here? Mhm. It's your boy Mike and Talk as well. Um, but yes, you guys have an awesome freaking day. You guys have an awesome freaking day, and I will see you here in a few hours, all right? So thank you guys. You guys take it easy.